Hey y'all, it's your girl Denise. I'm back again. I just thought about some other things I need to tell y'all. So, you know, there's been a lot of stuff going on where, women are thinking that, granted, I was told as a child too, what's between your legs is better than diamonds and gold and pearls and this, that, and the third. But, let's keep it gangster. I mean, we 30 plus right now. When I walk into a room, I hope that there is nothing that I can do to you that has not already been done before. I'm hoping that I possess your brain matter before I, possess that brain matter. This goes back to one of the complexes, and I speak about this in my book as well. As I call it the Cleopatra complex, and I definitely have it. Beyonce has it. Diana Ross had it, and what it basically is let's just take it to a little bit of love and hip-hop genre where you see Mimi. She's obviously, and those are the people that watch her, Mimi is the wifey. She's just, she's a pretty girl. She's, oh, I have your baby. And you see Jocelyn. And, I can't hate on Jocelyn wearing the mini baby wigs and the small chihuahua on her head. And, she working out. She doing her thing, wearing green fur coats from Nordstrom's. Last I checked, Nordstrom's ain't sold no green fur coat. But, I could be confused. It could have been a Cavalli special edition. I don't know. I'd never seen one. But, if she wasn't so stupid, we might consider her a bad chick, but she's retarded and whatever. So at the end of the day, you look at them and you say, I don't get it, what is it? And what it goes back to is the fact that a lot of people want to talk about their this, they want to talk about that, how to keep a man, whatever. I don't want to fucking hear that shit. If I want a man, I have a man. If I want to keep him, I know what to do. At the end of the day, if he's a genuine man's man, he likes to hunt. And even though I have some levels of, masculinity, I'm still a freaking lady. I'm still a female. I still like to be courted. But trust and believe me, I have Cleopatra complex all day long. And what that basically is the fact that a lot of people don't know that Cleopatra wasn't even that motherfucking cute. On a scale of like a 1 to 10, the bitch was like a 4. Okay? I don't mean to disrespect, Cleopatra, but, she was average in size, she was average in weight. There was absolutely nothing about her that made her a bad bitch. But I'm going to tell you where she messed everybody's head up and made an entire empire fall. Every time you saw Cleopatra, it's like, what do they say? Drake said every time you see me, I look like I hit the lotto twice. That's what she was doing. This broad would come out with diamonds on her eyebrows, a full wig, One day she came out dressed as a mermaid. Like, people would wait and sit in awe for this woman to approach them with all her femininity. Shout out to Eric Benet. And with all her, womanly, because that's back when they thought that women had powers, and we do. And it's not from busting open your legs. I'm sorry, boo-boo. I don't care what you say. I don't care. If you have reached the age of 25 and over and you have not had at least one sexual experience that just, made you say, whoo, you know what I mean? You're doing the wrong thing. You're doing the wrong people. I operate under the guise that I'm a woman, so I want to be everything that comes with being a woman. I am not a man. So, I like to caress the back of your neck. I like to, as a man, I want to touch you. I want to cook for you. I want to feed you. Yeah, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Blah, blah, blah. What the fuck ever. Men are cooking nowadays because all these motherfucking retarded ass bras are fucking microwaving shit, having Chobani yogurt in the goddamn fridge, and that's supposed to be breakfast, and you want this man to go and function and run a company and run down this 50-yard line and do all these things? Come on, man, get your mind right. And at the end of the day, we're not even being women anymore. We walking around looking fucking crazy. Yeah, that's cool. You weave your hair out. That's cool. You rocking a whole motherfucking wig. Okay? But if you're not doing everything that God intended you to do with the powers that you have, then you're an idiot. It's nothing left to do, and you don't deserve a man because you can get him, but are you going to be able to keep him? Like people say, oh, I want to get married. You don't want to get married. You want the wedding. That's what you want, right? But who's going to pay for it? I don't function in that manner. And I don't ever want a man to look at me. And matter of fact, no man has ever looked at me and say, you know what, she ain't shit. She just ain't worth her damn. Never. They're like, you know what? You know, it was this, it was that, it was the third. And not necessarily saying that it never hasn't been my fault, because I'm sure it has. But at the end, it's because of my failure to commit, or my failure to, you know, I didn't want kids at the time, or whatever, whatever. You know, because when I got married and had my son, people were shocked. Like, what? I didn't know. But the way that I've always functioned is the element of surprise. You know, so one day my hair is curly, the next day it might be straight. One day I'm wearing bronzer, the next day I might not. One day I might be rocking out Chucks, the next day it's red bottoms. And we all know I love the red bottoms. So at the end of the day, you have to keep it feminine. It's not in my best interest to come outside looking like a dude, because you know, he sees that all the time. As a woman, you don't have the luxury until at least date 4 or 5 to just come out with just some jeans on. Unless y'all go on horseback riding or wrestling around on a picnic or something like that, you don't have the luxury of not being your full feminine self. You know, so it's not even just the first impression, it's the second impression, it's the third impression, it's the 8th impression. You have to keep going. You know, everybody want to talk about Beyonce and Jay-Z. You going to sit there and get your eyebrows motherfucking plucked out like Beyonce? You going to get your eyelashes plucked in? Because that's what he likes. He likes her in all her womanly form. And I think that Beyonce is probably the closest thing that you will see to the Cleopatra. Because if I seen Beyonce walking down Highland Avenue, I'm like, oh, she's cute. But now when you see Beyonce, you know what I'm saying, on the stage, and you know that that's Jay-Z's wife, you like, well, damn. You know what I mean? She's beautiful. Ranked matter of fact, not one of the, she was ranked the most beautiful woman in People magazine. That is not a black-based magazine, because you know why? Every time you see her, she bring it. So at the end of the day, women, we need to stop microwaving these men stuff to eat and expecting them to go to work a full 8 hours, not spend up the money at Subway, and you know, be walking around looking crazy with the diabetes and the sugar and their stomach hanging over. If I don't have a stomach, you can't have one either. And that's real talk. But maybe if we cooked them a little bit of something that was a little bit more delicious and nutritious than them having to go to Arby's and eat the selectides and everything else that they're eating, then maybe they would be. Okay? So that was the Cleopatra syndrome, complex, whatever we call it. Stay in your lane, ladies. You were born beautiful. You were born with that energy. You were born with that magnetism. Why not use it? And it does. Listen, by the time you have sex with a man, that should be the cherry on the top. It should not be you just going and gaping your legs on, because anybody could do that. And if he don't want to talk to you, fuck him. Fuck him, girl. Fuck him. Fuck him, girl. Fuck him. Who cares? Move on. Get another one. You know, and I'm not saying you need to wait, make these motherfuckers wait for 90 days either. Get the fuck out of here with that, Steve Harvey. If you seeing somebody 2 and 3 times a week, 90 days is a bit of a goddamn stretch. And I ain't Megan Good either. Not doing all that, okay? Because don't get it twisted, okay? So at the end of the day, you know, you do it when it's in your time. And don't ever use sex as a weapon and all this old crazy shit. If you want to have sex and you're mad at him, have sex and then roll back over. Let it go. Okay, because I'm also a hedonist, narcissist, sociopath, whatever. I'm also a hedonist. I'm gonna always do what makes me happy. If it makes me happy to knock your head into the headboard at 2 a.m., that's what I'm gonna do. I don't give a fuck what you did earlier today. I don't care, because I'm a woman. I got needs too. You're not the only one. They got to get up and go to work in the morning. Why don't you knock my head into the headboard? And we'll be doing that soon. Thank you, and good night.